Sometimes I get offended when I walk by construction workers and they don't catcall me. Like, you guys don't think that I'm hot? Are you kidding? I mean, I'm wearing this, but I still expect a little some.
Okay, so this young lady is upset that guys no longer catcall her. Well, you know, you look no further than your constituency, right? Other females who've screwed it up for women like yourself who want to get catcalled still. Because really, I mean, with the Me Too stuff and all these false accusations on men, you got to face it, man. These are the consequences, right? You got half the population of men out there who've just decided to walk away, who've gone complete MGTOW and just don't want to deal with women anymore, right? And I don't blame them. And I say this as a professional cold approach pickup artist, one of the best in the world. I still do my trainings, my boot camps, still sell my programs. They still sell very well. And, you know, I mean, I have nothing but rave reviews, right? It's like overwhelmingly, like close to like 99% rave reviews. And this stuff is just evergreen. It's timeless. You're constantly going to learn from it. And you're, you know, it's something that all of you should do. But regardless, she's upset because guys are no longer wanting to whistle at her, catcall her, and all this. And I mean, yeah, and look at all these videos on YouTube of guys getting shamed for doing that, right? You saw the one that went viral of the chick in New York, basically just walking around trying to bait men, right? Or all these gym thoughts that are going to the gym and purposely trying to bait men into checking them out while they, you know, put their phone in, you know, hide their phone over there by the weights or something and try to see if like some dude comes and just takes a quick look, or, you know, and most times it's pretty innocent, right? Most times they're just blown way out of proportion. It's like if you were to walk down the street and you just notice someone to your right, you're just kind of going to glance to the right. It doesn't mean anything, but these women will take that fraction of a second that you did this and like put it in super slow motion so it looks creepy, and you're like, you know, and then they'll blow it up and try to make you go viral like you're some big you know, like stalker, or, you know, somebody's gonna do harm to her, like, you know, some creepo. Regardless, that is why men no longer, like most men, are no longer approaching women. You know, and it's sad because I mean, for guys like myself that are still doing cold approach, it's never been easier than ever before. I mean, really, I've said this in previous videos that me and my students and my wings are literally cleaning up out there. It is so scary how easy it is to get attractive women, hot women, and not even have to really bring them on many dates, and they're just willing to lay down and throw down and all this other stuff, and they're willing to jump into a relationship. I mean, I've never, I kid you not, I swear on my life, I've never had so many options in my life coming towards me. And it's coming at a time where I just turned 52 years old in September. Yeah, happy birthday. Just turned 52, man. And I never thought in a million years, but like, A, I would still be teaching this stuff, that it's still relevant, guys want to still learn it. But B, I would have the insane amount of options that I do, where I don't even have to put in that much effort. It's not like back in the day where, you know, you had to do the cold approach, you had to learn the stuff, pick the girl up, and then you also had to, you know, keep putting in the work. Whereas now it's just a matter of just doing the cold approach, and, you know, I'm really good at it, obviously, and one of the best in the world. So I could get the girl's buying temperature amped up really quickly. And after that, my job's done. The girl's like ready to just go to Vegas and get married. You know, she's ready to like walk down the aisle with me. It's insane. It's insane. Whereas before, it's like, okay, great cold approach. Now where are we going on our date? Let's see, you know, if you're congruent with this badass you know, presented yourself to be. Nowadays, it's like I don't even have to go that far, right? It's just do a decent, I mean, I could do a piss poor cold approach and still get a hot woman, you know, still get a hot woman. I mean, it's crazy, right? But it's because people have evacuated the marketplace, right? Like I said, half the guys out there have given up. They're not approaching women. It's only going to get worse for these women, by the way, because as I predicted in a previous coaching video, AI girlfriends are on the rise, right? And the main demographic that are going to be buying these AI girlfriends are the incels, right? The incels that these girls are used to depending on for attention, right? Feed their egos. These guys are going to be leaving the marketplace as well, right? You know, it's not something I would get involved with. I would never get myself an AI robot or anything like that, knock on wood. I just have too many real women in my life already, and I feel like it's not even fair anymore. I think like what Will Smith and not Will Smith, Will Ferrell said in what was that movie, Wedding Crashers, has never been more true. It's like fishing with dynamite. Now I'm sounding like that dude from Wedding Crashers. Guys, it's not even funny. Cold approach these days, it's like fishing with dynamite. It's wild, right? It's hard to understand unless you're going out, right? Unless you're still doing cold approach, which half the guys aren't anymore, right? And I've mentioned this as well in the past, that when I go out there, there's almost no competition, right? I mean, these girls are pretty stunned when I cold approach them and feel like, wow, you're actually talking to me? It's not an app? Like, yeah, I'm talking to you, girl. I'm here. I'm real. You're flesh and blood. Oh my gosh. They're shocked because nobody does it anymore. However, back just 10, 12 years ago, oh my gosh. I mean, especially during the mid 2000s, during the mystery method stuff, every other guy out there was nagging girls, was using direct openers, indirect openers. You know, every other guy out there knew the pickup artist lingo. It was just so flooded, and most of these guys were doing really bad game, which made it even harder for guys who actually had game or who were naturals. Whereas nowadays, you know, you don't even have that. I mean, it's not even fair, right? This is why I tell you guys, learn this stuff. Get off those dating apps. Get into 7 months of mastery. But yeah, I mean, I don't really even feel bad for this chick, because instead of complaining about it and being like, guys, don't, the construction workers don't even holler at me anymore. You should be looking in your little circle of female friends and going, hey, stop promoting this, this malarkey that, where you're on board with the purple hair feminists wanting to cancel men just for talking to you or going to the gym and setting up your camera. And I'm glad there are more and more guys out there, and more women out there for that matter too, calling these women out for being these gym thoughts and trying to bait guys, or trying to do these videos where they walk down the street and see how many dudes just check them out and then calling them creepers because they happen to look at them. Give me a break with that, okay? Give me a break. So let's go on to the next clip, shall we?
I just want to know if there's any other ladies out there whose dream job is to be a stay-at-home wife, because honestly, I'm trying to understand the desire to want to be a girl boss or like a breadwinner. Like, do you know how much I would love to just be able to stay at home, raise our children, cook, bake some cute little muffins or something, buy some throw pillows, make sure the house stays nice and organized, do those like nice little fridge organizations like we see on the TikTok videos. Like, that is what I would love to do. Like, my dream career would be to be a stay-at-home wife and mother and taking care of the family. Like, I understand now, like, society's kind of pushing for women to pursue their careers and basically like become men, but I don't know. I just want to be in my feminine, like, how God created it to be, like the woman to be feminine, the man to be masculine, and for them to go out and provide and work, and then the woman to stay at home and take care of the family. Like, is there anyone else that wants it too? Because like, I feel like I'm alone here.
Okay, and I feel for this woman, right? I genuinely feel for this woman, because she just wants to be a traditional housewife, and under normal circumstances she wouldn't even need to jump on her social media account and really even talk about this, because it would just be a given, right? I mean, and you notice the women who do want to be housewives and who do want to take on those traditional roles like back in the day, they're feminine, right? Look at this chick. She's pretty feminine, right? She doesn't look loud or mouthy. She doesn't look like somebody who's going to constantly start conflict with you, constantly try to challenge your leadership, question your authority. No, she looks like she's pretty submissive, and she's definitely looks like she's willing to submit to a man that that commits to her. She looks like she wants to submit, right? She just has this vibe about her that is just very peaceful. Right? So yeah, and then her face too, you don't see all of this garbage on her face, like the nose rings. You don't see the crazy multicolored popsicle hair. You know, you don't see these like hula hoop earrings or anything like that, or, you know, the nose, the bull ring through the nose. You don't see any of these red flags, neck tattoos that, you know, some of these chicks have these days. No, right? She's looking like a woman. She looks like she would wear a dress. What happened to dresses, right? She doesn't look like she would be wearing pantsuits on your dates. She just looks like a sophisticated, nice looking, attractive woman, man, and she can pull that off. So I feel for her that you know, she even has to come out and just kind of almost like excuse herself, like, I'm sorry, you know, apologize for wanting to be a traditional housewife. There's nothing wrong with that, sweetie. There's nothing wrong with that. And she doesn't look like the normal like type of high maintenance 304s that claim they want that, claim they want to be traditional housewives and sit at home while you provide. Those type of thoughts that I featured in previous videos, who talk about, oh, it's transactional, I want compensation, you know, I want to make sure you know, I bring a lot to the table, I want money for this. No, she's not asking, she's not leading with money, not talking about money or your finances. Really at the forefront of her mind and, you know, her focus is finding a guy that wants to settle down with her and just be a husband, right? Be a man, have a family with. Right? And I mean, she didn't mention money at all in her video. I mean, but again, look at her. She doesn't, you know, she looks like she takes care of herself without being high maintenance. You know, you don't see the 10-inch eyelashes. You don't see the freaking duck lip, the lip fillers, the collagen injections. You don't see that stuff on her. So I believe her, right? But these other chicks who try to front and try to sell you on the fact that they want that traditional role, to take on that traditional role, but they themselves look like they're just going to use you for money and be, you know, they're essentially just gold diggers or, you know, prostitute hookers, because they're trying to extract, you know, financial gain from you in exchange for sitting at home. No, man, you don't want those high maintenance chicks. I mean, that's a red flag. I mean, when these chicks have like that $1,500 purse, like a Louis Vuitton, following Kim Kardashian, you know, all the fakeness, looking faker than a Chinese Rolex. Stay away from them, son. Stick with women like this if you want to settle down. I mean, pay attention to how this chick look. I mean, she has the exact look, you know, I mean, she's like, what, half black or something, half white, most likely. But she has the same type of vibe as my chick does. My chick's white, but I mean, she's Irish and Italian. But she has that, my girl has the same type of vibe, just like very feminine like that. And just, she's not talking, she's never asking or talking about money or anything like that. Like this chick, she doesn't lead with that. It's more about the dude. Hey, he's a leader. He's a traditional guy himself. We share the same values. That's what should be, you know, talked about. We have the same beliefs. Where, you know, we both, our faith is important to us. I mean, that's what, you know, you should be talking about if you want a guy to settle with. Unlike a lot of these high maintenance chicks who say they want that traditional type household, but yet the only thing that they're talking about 90% of the time is like, oh, he's got to pay for me if I'm gonna sit at home. Oh, he's got to fund me. I want money in my bank account. If I want something, he's got to buy it. I mean, oh, dude, you start talking like that, no, go screw yourself, right? Get away from me. That's disgusting to me. That's absolutely disgusting. You're a prostitute. You're a hooker. You're selling yourself. You might as well, you know, get a job, you know, walk in the streets and, you know, during the day, and then swinging on the pole at night. Okay. But on to the next clip.
So someone said to me a while back, they heard a rumour that some men using dating apps will swipe right on every single woman just to see if they get a match. And I mean, maybe women do it too, I don't know. I didn't think it was true, but I'm starting to wonder if it could be true, because I've messaged 5 guys in the last few weeks. I don't match with loads of people, but I'm on the app where you have to message first, being the woman, and then, you know, the guy's got 24 hours. So none of them replied. Maybe they looked at me and thought, oh no, don't fancy her, she's awful. Or maybe they didn't see it, or maybe my message was just too boring and uninteresting, who knows. But yeah, anyway, I think it's time to take a break again. I'm in this like vicious cycle of installing apps and deleting them, and I think this week I'll be deleting it again. And I've got so much going on anyway, maybe it's not the right time. got things being thrown at me from all directions. But tonight I'm going down the pub with my friend, and, you know, might even meet a guy down there. There'll probably be like 2 locals in there and a dog. That's what there normally is. But anyway, see you later.
So with this woman, I mean, here we go again, right? With these postmenopausal women that are middle-aged, that are still out there in the dating market. They're still on the shelf. Well, now on the clearance rack, right? On the Walmart clearance rack, as I always like to say. Hoping that they'll get saved by Prince Charming, Romeo, some dude riding in on his horse like a white knight, literally, to save her from her, 30 years of poor decisions that led her up to being still single in her late 40s, early 50s. So when you're on the dating apps, being in this position as a 48-year-old woman, guess what? You don't have leverage. Okay, you don't have a whole lot of leverage. So if you message, 5 dudes and all 5 dudes don't reply to you, just don't be surprised. Just don't be surprised. Unless you're just a really naturally still attractive, late 40s-year-old woman, and there are some out there. They're few and far between at this point, at that age, but there are a few out there that are just have been able to hang on to their looks. Of course, they've got more wrinkles, they've got like more gray hair, crow's feet and all that. However, they're still decent looking. You could tell they were once like really super, they were stunners at one point in their life, like many years ago. Those chicks will still get guys who will message them, but even those guys, they're just wanting to get laid, right? It's just kind of like wanting to drive an old Corvette. It has some history to it. They still look good, but it's not something you would want to use as a daily driver anymore, right? If you look for, I have a 65 Vet. It's not something I would use it as daily driver. Maybe back in 1965, I wasn't around back then. Probably use it as daily driver because it was still relevant, and there was no other options. Whereas now, plenty of options. Don't need to drive to 65, as hot as it is. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Do it now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. Okay, more importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, it helps me out a ton, especially right now, guys. YouTube is on this just purge of, not promoting channels like ours that are trying to help men. Okay, they don't like this type of content. So I need you guys to help me spread the word. So if you have other like-minded friends of yours who are also ready to be unplugged from the blue pill matrix and are ready to be red pilled, share my coaching videos with them so they could get a taste of what they're going to learn. Okay, promote my work and get them to subscribe to my channel, right? But it helps me out a ton when you guys are subscribed to my channel, because then we could really help grow and really build this thing and really change the world, right? That's what we're here to do. We're here to change the world. So can't do it all by myself. Need you guys to help me out. So appreciate it if you subscribe and you get other like-minded red pill friends of yours to subscribe to my channel as well. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, baby. The best looking and most high caliber women on the planet. The type of women that your friends can only dream about. The type of women that your friends will only see in magazines. I'm going to teach you how to get these girls and bring them into your life. I'm going to teach you where to find them, what to say to them, how to approach them, and how to bring them into your life. I'm teaching you guys this stuff in 7 Months to Mastery. Okay? And I have many successful students who've been with me for years now that are in successful relationships. I've had more than a few students marry the woman of their dreams. We get thank you letters literally every single day. Okay, my staff, myself, constantly getting comments, thank you letters, like, oh my God, Em, you saved my life. I married the woman of my dreams, and oh, we've got this beautiful family now, and oh, you know, I met this girl and now she's my girl. I can't believe this chick is my girlfriend. Oh my God, I've dreamt about this chick forever. So I teach you how to get these girls and bring them into your life, right? The hottest girls on the planet. It's the 8s, 9s, and 10s. That's all we focus on, guys. So if you want to jump into 7 months to mastery, the first month is only $1, right? It's only $1 for the entire first month. And the reason why it's only $1 is because I want you to check it out for yourself and see how powerful these coaching lessons actually are and how much they can actually help you. So it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons, and all you have to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.